There are fields now, endless fields, where human beings are no longer born. We are grown.
This is the artificial womb facility, a place where humans could be grown entirely from scratch. The devices you see here are called growth pods. Each growth pod is designed to replicate the same conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. Growth pods are designed to host human fetuses until they are fully developed. These artificial wombs are designed to help premature babies to continue developing after their birth. But emerging scientific research is making it possible to use them to create designer humans entirely from scratch.
And here's a story straight out of science fiction, replacing human pregnancies with artificial wombs. I know the idea sounds dystopian, but it may be a fast-approaching reality. Dutch scientists are working on it. Influential people are promoting it, like the co-founder of cryptocurrency Ethereum. He recently pitched synthetic wombs as a solution to the income disparities between men and women. He said they could reduce the burden of pregnancy and help women earn equally at their workplaces. Interestingly, he made the suggestion to Tesla CEO Elon Musk.
I can't emphasize this enough. There are not enough people. I think one of the biggest risks to civilization is the low birth rate and the rapidly declining birth rate.
Oh yes, folks, and so the matrix is becoming a reality. I was talking to you about this maybe a year ago. I was talking about the ectogenesis chambers they were talking about creating. Now they're taking it to the next level. Of course, it's being done to protect the children. Aren't we lucky they're so careful to protect the children?
Every human fetus requires around 37 weeks inside the mother's uterus to fully develop. And then comes birth. But not every human has this biological luxury. In fact, every year around 15 million fetuses are born too early, and approximately 1 million of them die due to birth complications. The minimum number of weeks in which a developing fetus must stay in the womb is 24 weeks. If the fetus is born before that, the survival rate will go down. Even if the fetus survives, it will likely to experience lung issues and long-term neurological damage. The artificial womb is an advanced version of baby incubators, and it promises to make the problem of premature births obsolete.
Yeah, pretty disgusting stuff. Yeah, so it's all about the children. But of course, while they're doing that and protecting the children and doing all this just so they can protect the newborn and premature infants, they kind of tell you that what they're really doing is creating a situation whereby they can create designer human beings.
The history of the artificial womb dates back to the early 1950s. The first design of the artificial womb was patented by Emanuel Greenberg back in 1955. He developed the concept with the hope of helping premature babies to continue developing after their birth. Even though the primary goal of the artificial womb is to sustain premature babies, it could actually be used to create the perfect human being. By engineering a human being from scratch, we can redesign ourselves to be more resistant to diseases and to achieve more intelligence and better looks. And babies who are born in such a way are called designer babies or designer humans, because they have been customized and designed by another human being before their birth. To create the perfect designer baby from scratch, you don't need something sophisticated actually. All you need is just a skin cell. But how does it work? In terms of design, the artificial womb consists of the growth chamber, which hosts the fetus. It replicates the same environment provided by the mother's uterus. It is the incubation chamber that provides the optimal temperature and humidity for the growth of the fetus. There is another container which provides the fetus with a constant stream of blood that is rich of oxygen until the moment of birth. The artificial womb is filled with the amniotic fluid, which is the liquid that surrounds the fetus inside the mother's uterus. This liquid is rich of the essential nutrients that are needed to sustain the unborn fetus inside the womb. The growth chamber also features advanced sensors coupled with artificial intelligence. These sensors monitor the fetus's vital signs during the development process, which include breathing and heartbeat. The artificial womb also features a screen which displays real-time data on the development progress of the fetus. Inside this growth pod, the fetus is kept for 9 months until a full course of development is reached. The concept of growing babies inside an artificial environment is called ectogenesis. Ecto means outside and genesis means formation.
Wonderful stuff, and of course created by Emanuel Greenberg. Of course, nothing to see here, folks. Yeah, but it's just, they seem to slip in there, don't they? You got to wonder where they're going to go with it. But yeah, it's all been about moving us into this AI grid. That's what this whole thing's been about, leading us into this contact tracing and all the stuff that they're rolling out, which they're rolling out and continuing to roll out. There's articles coming out now saying the role of biometrics in the future of travel. Biometrics in the future of travel. It's just everything we told you they were doing and leading us into this virtual world. Robots, they're developing robots now, and like VR, virtual reality and AI online has already been taken to new levels. There's a site called Synthesia, which is, you know, you can get a virtual assistant on your website or whatever for sales pitches and things like that. And these people look real. And they're AI.
This is a preview of what a Synthesia video would look like. Make your own for free by clicking the Create a Sample Video button. This is a preview of what a Synthesia video would look like. Make your own for free by clicking the Create a Sample Video button.
A new development with robots, they're actually developing skin for robots that will hold moisture and release moisture. So they want robots basically to be able to sweat. You know, perspiring in the sun, perspiring when they get nervous, whatever. So they're making it more and more difficult for people to be able to differentiate between robots and humans. And they want to merge us into this system. Of course, they're making it all very attractive the way they do. There's a website called Earth 2050, and you can go there and you look at predictions for the future. And some of the stuff that they say they've got coming online is pretty freaky stuff. But of course, all being presented as being something highly beneficial and something that's going to serve us and something we're going to find incredibly useful. But check this website out, Earth 2050. Barcelona, work at home, world without beards, driver free, espionage in unmanned vehicles, communities of robots. Some of the stuff they've got around here: Puppet Master robot operation license, bionic hands, virtual cities, personal flying secretary, bodyguards, hives for drones. Humans can go into hibernation. Virtual social reality, drones as virtual tourists across the globe. So you won't be actually going anywhere. You'll be in a drone. They want people everywhere. You just be able to put on your virtual headset and then get a drone and it can go everywhere for you. You may even meet people. It will be someone in another drone and they'll be sitting at home in their virtual reality suit, and then you can go off to a virtual hotel and do the things that virtual people do. But anyway, that seems to be the type of future they want to head us into, folks. Interesting website to go and have a look at and just see what some of their plans are, this virtual reality they've got in store for you. And of course, while you're in that virtual reality with your little mind goggles on, not looking at what's happening around you, the reality that you live in will be being revamped into the perfect present. Yeah, something to think about, folks. Doesn't that look exciting, folks? Earth 2050. And again, they present all these things as being incredibly beneficial. It's a new Star Wars kind of Jetsons future that we're going to be moving into, which they've been preparing us for a long time, you know, all predictive programming to get us to want this stuff when we just don't need it. And as I've said, and something else they're bringing in Australia, it's like I've been saying for a while, soon you're going to need a digital ID, simply to be able to log online at all, to even go online. They're bringing in this now in Australia to protect the children, of course, digital IDs for children that children will need to log online. We're being told this is being done to protect our children. Protect our children from online predators. I don't know how this works, folks. Shouldn't you be IDing the online predators rather than the children? Because it's not about that at all. It's not about protecting children from online predators. It's about conditioning the younger generation into the belief that they need to have a digital ID in order to log online. With all the pushback and all the stuff they're doing, it's the tech that is driving this now. And the tech is being driven by the dollar signs. It's the dollar signs, it's the companies that are set to make so much profit from rolling this tech out. And it's our use of the tech and these companies and the profit margins that is continuing to drive this system.
Yeah.